All right, everybody, welcome back to the Titans table for two in a two-tone blue. That's Andrew,
That's Christian.
and we appreciate y'all being here, Titans fans. The season is officially over, and considering how the season's gone all year long, I'm not sure that yesterday could have ended any different. It went about as bad as it could go, uh, and we're going to get into all that when we come back.
2K.
CJ 2K.
What an effort by Chris Johnson. Seven 1,000-yard season. Do the Titans have a miracle left in them? Going to be fielded by Lorenzo Neal at the 25.
Yeah, give it
Pitches it back to Wycheck. End zone. Touchdown Titans. There are no flags on the field. It's a miracle.
Oh yeah, new intro. Love it.
Yeah, for sure, man. I hope y'all appreciate and enjoy that there.
That was all Christian. I got nothing to do with
Hey, man, it's all cat cut.
it.
But yeah, man, we appreciate y'all being here with us, man. Before we get into everything, man, go check out the CPN network. It's what all these team podcasts are under the same umbrella, and we, in particular, want to shout out the Unstable Colts podcast. Sorry, it was a rough season for you boys as well. Y'all looked like the front runner for a long time. Uh, Go check out This Real Texans podcast. They got a shot to go and get them a trophy this year. And the Jags on Third and Teal had the best season out of all of us so far. Have a real shot to go and make a push in the playoffs. And by God, if there is a God, neither one of these guys will get a trophy this year. I will have a fit
I
if
was,
the Jags and the Texans get Super Bowl trophies before we do.
No, just the head coach and the GM's still here. I told you, Robert, we like our GM. He just got here last year. He did a good job.
Yeah, GM did good. Draft was good, man. I mean, if anything, beating a dead horse here. But yeah, all the young guys, man, have been really fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, it couldn't have gone, like I said in the beginning there, it couldn't have gone any worse this weekend. Cam Ward going down last game of the season is rough, man. So there's a little bit of recovery in some of his off-season time now. But good news, I think, came out today. I think it is just a sprain, if I read correctly, and that
Yeah, about 3 months
it-
to really just rest and recover.
not going to require surgery. Yeah, if anything, I guess it's a good thing that it happens last game of the season. You know, he can recover in the off season, take some time off. But hoping he's ready to get back and get some reps this off season, and there's no
He's already
further
talked about,
complications.
I can't throw for a couple months, but I'm going to be out there working on my footwork the whole time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and yeah. Hopefully, just that's kind of the end of the issue. I hope this doesn't turn into something, with more complications and surgery down the line. And I hate to even say that. I'm not trying to be a pessimist. There's so much cynicism and pessimism around the Titans these days, and it's understandable. But yeah, just wish the best for him, and I'm glad that some good news at least came out of that this morning, and that there was not a surgery that was required.
Yeah, Robert, if it had been really, really serious, I might have had to go down there and find Alua Khan's house and had a word with him. Because I'm not saying it was definitely. I'm not gonna say it was a dirty hit because it wasn't a dirty hit, but it was an unnecessary hit. Like there was no reason to be hitting Cam on the ground right there, as he's already scored a touchdown. So I'm not calling it wasn't Aziz level of dirty, but it was unnecessary for sure. To me, the game ended when Cam got hurt, and that means we won 7-0. Cam.
Yeah, I mean, he's 3 for 3.
3 for 3,
Yeah.
52 yards, 2 carries, 11 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, once Cam goes out, this is the outcome you're expecting. This
I'm
game
gonna keep it a
you-
buck, guys. I didn't even finish watching the second half. Once it was like 31-7 or whatever it was,
Yeah, I kind of watched all the way through. If anything, the only thing this game really told me was that we need a better backup for sure. Brandon Allen is not that guy. He threw
yeah,
a
for sure.
17 for 30 with a touchdown to the defense on a perfectly thrown ball to that cornerback. Man, he hit him right in the chest.
Mhm.
No, it was horrible. We definitely need to get a different backup next year. Give me a James.
And I'm not looking into much of the defense, man. I mean, anybody that knows a little bit about football could have told you that we were going to probably have our hands full. And
Yes, you should.
that's not. I'm not looking into that as much. There was guys that were on the field that I didn't know the name
Yeah.
of. So,
Sure.
so that is
Yes,
what
was a
it
great
is,
field
man.
goal. I was really upset that we didn't try to kick a field goal with Joey Sly and win 4-on-4. Like, go ahead. Like, it's 9 seconds left. The same outcome was going to come. They were going to get a field goal regardless. Let's shut.
Right.
That would have been a 69-yarder. Let him kick it.
Yeah, why not? Right?
Like, he has the leg. He's just not always accurate. I got a Traylon jersey when he played at the Titans. If you want it, I'm a Fins guy. Yeah, I'll take it. I got a collection of jerseys. What size?
Right.
We're both big guys.
I'm gonna shout out another Titans podcaster though. Two-Tone Talk. He said something interesting that I didn't initially think of when watching it. And I just want to see where you are in agreement with this. He didn't appreciate that there was a designed quarterback run for one of the first times in the season with a coach that's not going to be here tomorrow. I kind of looking back on that, it kind of actually ticks you off a little bit when you put it that way. But I'm glad how it ended and everything. But
That's my email right there. If you want to email me about that jersey, that's my email. Hindsight's 2020. He scored a touchdown. He took
last game of the season, man. Nothing's going to affect anything.
I'm
Design
not saying,
QB run.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's trying to sabotage the guy or anything. That's not where I'm getting at. But I mean, it's silly in a way. If you think about it, when the decision's coming from a couple guys who aren't going to. Hardigree, McCoy, not going to be here. Obviously, after that, right? So
yeah, I agree. I mean, hindsight. Listen, Devil Dog, we didn't help you in a sense, but really, we did. Because wouldn't you rather play the Steelers than the Bills week 1? I'm just saying. You got the better game, I believe, of the two. But just to wrap some stuff up about that game, like I said, not a lot to talk about. But Jeff Simmons did break the sack record for DTs for the Titans. He first play of the game on a defense. He sacked Trevor Lawrence. Cam, we did the Cam AMC joint. That's all. We'll talk about that. Then just a shout out before we get to the coaching stuff, because that's what everybody really wants to talk about. Alec and Chim, the third NFL rookie duo ever of receivers for 40 receptions, 400 yards, and 4 touchdowns each. I know those aren't amazing numbers, but the third ever in NFL history to do it. So it says a lot about maybe the weapons we don't have.
Well, if we find one real solid, say we take a wide receiver next year, top of the draft, we're really cooking with those 3 guys,
Yeah. Only see them getting better for sure. But yeah, no one really cares about that game. It was the last game of the season. The biggest thing was Cam's injury. We do have quite a few. I'm going to just mention all the NFL jobs that are open, including the Titans, of course. You got the Cardinals, the Giants, the Falcons, the Browns,
Raiders again,
and the Raiders. There's 6 jobs open. I think everybody else, except I don't know if Miami has straight up come out and said, "Hey, McDaniels is safe." They're waiting for their GM, I think, and then I think there's still a chance Harbaugh might be let go from the Ravens. We'll see.
There's a lot of talk about that one, man.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were a first-round exit against the Texans, Tomlin might end up leaving the Steelers too. I mean, that would be his.
And Lamar Jackson, man, just real quick while we were on Harbaugh, man, that response was kind of weird. I'm not trying to criticize guys too much, But like, how hard is it to say, yeah, man? Of course, I want Harbaugh around. You know that comes off as awkward to me, man. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Yeah,
people
that
get
was
all
strange.
upset. And same thing with Shadur Sanders. They're like, they were asking about oh, do you think that was the right play call on 4th and 2? Dude, those guys get asked that question every freaking week. It's not hard to say, hey, yeah, that's what Coach called, and we were all in on it, man, and that's what we wanted to do, and we have a lot of faith in Coach. So I don't know, man. I'm wondering. That makes me wonder. When I hear little things like that, maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but I'm kind of thinking Harbaugh might be on the way out, just the way everything looks from outside looking in.
Yeah, I mean, to this comment right here, I mean, we weren't going to be doing much with that secondary back there. I will say, I think it kind of took a lot of air out of the team once Cam went down because they were in Trevor
Mhm.
Lawrence's ass that first
Yeah.
drive. Like they were all up in him. I mean, he didn't have he had a great game after that, but like that first drive, they were kind of up in him.
Yeah.
Once Cam, like your leader goes down and you're not really playing for anything anyway, it's hard.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So these are the guys they've requested to interview so far. They can't interview anybody till the 7th, technically, till Wednesday, but these are the ones they've put request in for. Kevin Stefanski, Raheem Morris, both just let go. Vance Joseph, the DC for the Broncos. Steve Spagnuolo, DC for the Chiefs. Mac Nagy, OC for the Chiefs. Lou Anarumo, the DC for the Colts. Cliff Kingsbury has been reported by one person, but hasn't been reported nationally. So I put a question mark next to him. Obviously, the OC for the Commanders. So now you can't request to interview anybody who's playing this weekend until Tuesday or Wednesday next week. So you might see some more. But yeah, anybody playing this weekend cannot be interviewed or requested. So guys like Chris Shula, Jeff Halfley that we've talked about, they can't be interviewed until tomorrow or next week. I mean, I'm surprised Clint Kubiak didn't get a request, but it might be down the pipe. But Devil Dog needed you to win the cell. I know he did need us. I'm sorry. One of our first tries are always like that. Yeah, you said all you want here, but we was in his ass.
Yeah, the two names I think out of all those you listed, I think I don't mind a Kingsbury. I've always liked him. And man, I would honestly, I know people might think this is crazy with how messed up it looked in Cleveland, but Stefanski is interesting to me. So, I think he's done really well in the past with some of these quarterbacks, and I would be interesting to see him with Cam.
Stefanski is a dude. I interested. I don't really like how he handled the Baker situation when Baker's way out.
Mm-hmm.
See, Devil Dog says Stefanski too. No,
I mean, they sabotaged that man with the whole Deshaun Watson debacle.
Yeah, I didn't like that debacle either. I didn't really like how he handled the quarterback situation this year. But I'm not out completely. There's a lot of people that think Stefanski is that guy and just needs a new situation. I can't believe Raheem Morris is actually looked at as a possible candidate. Mm-hmm. I think they might be kind of what they did with Matt LaFleur that one year. They brought him in for a head coach candidate and then hired him as the OC. I would love Raheem Morris as my DC.
So, and did you say Vance Joseph as well? Did you hear you say that?
The Broncos DC, which is I mean,
if you're leaning one way or the other, I mean, I kind of want more. I think I'm wanting an offensive-minded coach, but I don't care either way necessarily. I'm not going to be upset if it's a defensive coach.
About Stefanski is that you would imagine if he got hired, he'd be bringing Jim Schwartz with him.
Hey, that's a familiar name here in Tennessee. Very familiar with Jim Schwartz.
Everybody likes Jim Schwartz in these parts. All right, Brandon. I know this is going to be level-headed and nothing crazy. Because Brandon's always level-headed and says nothing crazy. So what do we got, Brandon? Raheem Morris, he's already been head coach twice. Most coaches don't get a third try at it. So I really feel like this is a due diligence thing. And maybe it's hey, you trying to be a DC? Oh, yeah? Who are they going to pick? He's going to say Ruben Bain. Vance Joseph, I don't hate it. Not really. Spagnuolo, this has got to just be a Borgonzi interviewing some people that he does know and have connections with. I can't imagine Spagnuolo gets it. Matt Nagy, I'm not as out as some people are on Nagy. I know a lot of Titans fans are out on Nagy. I
It's
think
just not
Nagy,
a sexy name, man. It's just one of
not,
those
but
that,
all these retreads.
and the history there is not appetizing as well, man. Like,
Well, it had people say that Arvell Reese, yeah, that'd be what's one of Christian's guys. But he has a better record than pretty much most of these coaches do. So I'm not saying that he's the most popular pick. He's the betting favorite to win the job, but no, I think that's just really thought of because of Borgonzi. I don't think but he's not. He'd be at like 6 or 7 on my list. Anarumo, one of the Colts guys with us, hates him. That's all he talks trash about in our group chat. But I think it's more. I don't think he's the guy who gets it. But Cliff, Cliff was my initial thought. I remember bringing this up when Callahan got fired. We talked about it. I was like, Cliff was my first pick. But I'm not sure he's still my first. I wouldn't be mad about it. But I don't. Cliff always seems to have a problem where he gets figured out in his like second or third year. People start figuring him out. So hopefully if he can learn to adjust as he goes, then because Cliff does build a good offense. It's just adjusting and not, sticking to what people are figuring out. Like you got to adjust as the defense adjusts too. So, but we'll see, guys. So Robert Saleh can't interview until next week. Jeff Hafley, Chris Shula. I'm trying to think who else is out there that. But yeah, those guys you'll probably see. This is just the first round. I think last time we interviewed hoorah, Brandon.
And there's still more potential dominoes to fall.
Yeah, I mean it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for sure, but possibly 7. I would think there's going to be.
You could potentially have McDaniel, Tomlin, Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Not that I want this guy, but Pete Carroll's already out there. I don't want a Pete Carroll or anything.
He's done.
Yeah, he's older than dirt. No offense.
I'm surprised they didn't put a request in for Clint Kubiak with the Seahawks because you can interview him this week because his team's on a bye. But maybe they will later in the week.
Yeah.
And they still have a couple days to put a request in. They can't interview till Wednesday. So maybe Clint. I'm going to pull up this. Should have had a fresh face and not read. I don't know about that, man.
See, the fresh face thing, man, it just kind of that's what we did with Callahan. I'm a little worried to do another rookie head coach situation.
I could see it going either way. Honestly, I could see them interviewing Anthony Campanelli from the Jaguars after this week too. They're DC.
And help me out. Who's the guy on there on the radio, man, on 104.5?
Mornings, afternoons,
mornings.
bowling.
It's the guy with
Ramon.
Yeah, with Ramon.
Will Bowling. I don't listen to it anymore because I don't like Will.
Okay. Well, he made a good point one time, man, that I do agree with. Just listening, it was earlier this season when kind of the whole thing with Callahan kind of started. And I kind of agree with this. I think with head coaches and quarterbacks, you have to be slow to hire and quick to fire, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'd take Andy Reid and Harvey. Yeah.
Slow hire. There's no need to hire somebody today. We've got a few weeks we can handle this out, but slow hire, quick fire. If things aren't working out, go ahead and, give it a couple years, but keep a short leash on those positions right there. If Cam Ward's looking like a disaster over the next 2 years, then we need to
look.
So I like that kind of philosophy in those two positions on the football team, So no need to jump into this, man. Slow to hire, quick to fire. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I haven't listened to the 104.5 morning show, which is, what is that? Ramon and Will, since Will got in trouble for leaking information on the team plane. I'm like, yeah, you go.
See, I don't know that deep of.
Yeah, it came out. He was like, Arden Key said this on the team plane. That's not a place where he should be reporting things. And
yeah, no.
I refuse to listen to him now that he did that. That's my team. All right, so let's look. So
I hate to make Ramon suffer for that, though, in a way. You know,
That is interesting. I think he'll still be Mahomes, but like, will he be as Mahomey is? So the teams that
I
play on
think he can be more Mahomey than Mahomey is. Who are we talking about, Cam?
No. He's talking about
I
if
didn't see the comment. Okay.
No. When if Andy Reid retired. So the teams that play on Saturday and Sunday, you can interview their coaches on January 13th, or put requests in, and then for the Houston, Pittsburgh, which I don't think the only one that might get an interview out of that, I think, is Arthur Smith, because it is he knows the team, but who knows what people have talked about. If Green Bay were to shit the bed against the Bears, that Matt LaFleur might get fired.
I would be very interested in Matt LaFleur, man.
That's an offensive-minded guy right there.
That's another familiar name.
Leader. Yeah. So Rams, probably Shula, Carolina. Their DC interests me, but I'm not sure he's quite ready. Maybe next round. But they did have a Giro Evero, I think is his name. Green Bay, that's Halfley and maybe LaFleur. Not really interested in anybody on the Chicago staff right now. I think that's all Ben Johnson. Buffalo's Joe Brady is a possibility. Jacksonville, like I said, Anthony Campanelli is somebody I can see them reaching out to. The 49ers is Robert Saleh, of course. No one on the Eagles interests me. Jesse Minter from the Chargers is somebody I'd be interested in if they were through. And then, like I said, Arthur Smith. I'm not really interested too much.
There's a lot of people kind of in on the Arthur Smith, it seemed like, early on in talks. I'm not as big a fan of that.
I would be okay with giving Matt Burke, the Texans DC, an interview, but I'm not sure. I think that.
I think Borgonzi probably has his like little handful of names that he probably has narrowed some stuff down. But I mean, he's gonna talk to guys. You know, there might be a guy that just kind of sweeps you off your feet, man. You never know. That's why you do the interviews. You know.
Exactly. They're looking for somebody to.
It makes me nervous, man. It makes me nervous. I tell you what, man. My instinct about Callahan was right. I was not happy about the Callahan hiring, to be honest with you, with some of the other names that were out there, and that feeling turned out to be.
Out there then.
I don't remember off the top of my head either, but I remember just being more interested in a couple other candidates at the time.
He was in my top five. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. There was a couple I liked more than him, but he was kind of like a fallback thing. You know what? Nothing has come out about Mike McCarthy. Now, the reason that you might not hear as much about that is because you don't have to put a formal request in for that at all, because he's
right.
So I heard the Titans got a 5th-round pick instead of a 4th. Yeah, we lost about 20 picks. If Tyler Loop hits that kick, we're in the bottom of the 4th, but now we're in the top of the 5th. About 20 picks, but you know what? I'll take it with the Ravens loss because, you know, fuck them Ratbirds.
Yeah.
Sorry, family friendly. So, but yeah. So we'll definitely have some more info next week.
Makes me nervous, man. We're going to be on pins and needles for the next couple of weeks because
gives us a lot to talk
this
about.
This decision is a big deal for the next couple of years. You know what I mean? So whatever happens here, you know, really dictates whether the steps are going to go up or down.
Yeah, we'll come back and we'll do a show Friday. You thinking?
Yeah, I'm done. I mean, if you want to, too, real quick before we go as well, we could go ahead and give a little taste of, some NFL playoff predictions. You want to run really quick through the games?
We could go through the games and talk about them. Let's give our predictions on Friday.
All right, let's tell you what. Let's go ahead and do an early Super Bowl prediction then. Let's give a little taste.
Okay.
So you go ahead first, and you don't have to really dive into it super deep or anything. Just excuse me.
In the NFC, I got the Rams or the Seahawks, and I'm leaning.
You mean the NFC? You said AFC. You mean NFC?
NFC. Yeah, I'm leaning Rams or Seahawks. I like the Seahawks a lot. They're the hottest team in football up there with the Jags. They're the hottest teams right now. But the Rams have just been there before. So, I'm gonna say Rams versus nobody just stands out to me in the AFC. The Broncos, the Patriots, Jacksonville.
It's up for grabs over there, isn't it? It's really like
I'm gonna say Buffalo, just because
Oh God,
Josh Allen
that's
has been
crazy, dude.
really good in the playoffs against everybody but Patrick Mahomes, and he's not there now.
Dude, that is exactly what I was going to pick.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Matt Stafford guy. I don't really care about the dang Rams, obvious history there. But I've always liked Stafford, and I think he's excellent. I think he's underrated,
I like
even as a
McVay.
Super Bowl champion.
He's been there
Yeah,
twice.
that's
Won it
that squad is always that's a really well-run organization, man, and a
once.
well-run team, well-coached team. It's a well-led team with Stafford. So that team is just always right there. So, and I think it might be Josh Allen's year, dude. That's what I was going to say, man. It might be the year that Josh Allen goes and gets his crown and gets his brass ring,
Yeah,
as somebody used to say.
but yeah, we'll do a full playoff.
So that's
full
crazy. We both had that picked out. I had that picked out before you said that. That's funny.
Texans versus Bills AFC Championship. Possible.
Texans, Bills. I need the Jaguars and the Texans to lose first game. I can't have them have trophies before us, man. That'll drive me up the wall.
I'm telling you.
I cannot deal with Jaguars and Texans fans shoving a trophy down my
On the
throat.
AFC South show, which will be on right after this, they are talking about what the Texans and the Jaguars made the AFC Championship. I'm like, oh God, please no. Anything but that. I was hoping the Colts were going to beat the Texans because then the Texans would have been playing the Jags this week. So there'd been no way for both.
Right. Knock one of them out. Yeah.
Hey, go ahead and get half of it out of the way.
Hey, Aaron Rodgers is that guy, though, man. Come on.
Yeah. No.
And then what else? Who we got? One of them's playing the Patriots, right? Or wait, what was it?
No. Buffalo.
No, that was wrong. Buffalo. That's right. Yeah, come on, Josh Allen. That's right. I'm picking you, my guy. I'm rooting for Josh Allen this week. I'm a Bills fan.
Baby.
Bills Mafia, baby.
No, yeah, we'll be back Friday. We'll talk more about the playoffs, and then we'll update any new coaching search things going on, and we'll just I'll just say that for did you have a last bite today?
Yeah, man, just I was gonna congratulate.
Boom.
So yeah, I just wanted to congratulate Jeffrey Simmons. First of all, thank you to him, man. He's been like this shining light at the end of a very dark tunnel this year, man. He's a bright star in a big abyss. I appreciate that. But also thanks to all the guys on the team this year, man. Anybody that's been on this roster for a few weeks, or a guy like Restrepo that's been battling for a position and played a game, and if anybody that's suited up, man, we appreciate you, dude. Because I know football's a tough sport. I know it's a dangerous sport. It's a violent sport. Just shout out to anybody who was a Titan this year. I know it was a tough season, and we appreciate you being here in our hometown. And I wanted to just shout out Jeff in particular because he's the cornerstone right now of this squad.
Yeah. My final bite, it's actually going to go to Jeff too, but it's for what he said today when he said, "I'm taking T'Vondre Sweat down to Dallas with me to train this offseason, and I'm not taking no for an answer. He's going to be down there training with me." So to get those two guys working together,
eating meatloaf,
and hopefully not ground turkey if they're doing it. They can be the best defensive line duo in the league by far. And
they really could.
If we can just get some of Jeff's work ethic into Sweat, which I don't think he doesn't have horrible work ethic, but having that Jeff work ethic is different. So,
man, we get a guy like Ruben Bain or something in the draft, man, and then Femi starts to kind of develop a little bit, and Cedric Gray continues, and we address that cornerback position a little bit. We're sitting solid, dude.
Yeah,
we have an opportunity to really turn this
going in the
around.
right direction,
Exactly.
But yeah, shout out to everybody who came in today. Shout out to the CPN. Shout out to Third and Teal. Go check them out. The Jaguars pod, Unstabled, the Colts pod, that Real Texas team pod, the Texans team, this AFC South show, which some of you are already on that YouTube page right now. we'll be going live like immediately. I'm jumping out of this room and going to that room to do that. So yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends. And on that note, check please. And this one's on Aluakon for hurting my quarterback.
Yeah, man. F that guy.
The least he can do is buy us this meal today. So shout out to you. New outro video coming too.